What up, YouTube? T Movies here. Since pretty much lots of the CW shows are returning this week, with Supergirl and and of course Batwoman premiering tonight, with The Flash, Arrow, Riverdale, Supernatural, and all premiering all this week. I haven't really made this list yet, so I decided to go ahead and do my top 10 favorite CW shows. Now, whether it's CW, like present, or back when it was called WB, because before CW, was called the CW, it was called the WB. Never understood why they changed the name, though, but, so, anyway. So, with that being said, here's my 10 favorite CW shows. Alright. Coming in at number 10, it's more of a modern recent one, and that is Black Lightning. Now, I was really surprised at how good this show was. Like, the trailers didn't really look all that appealing to me, so I didn't really expect it to be good. But I saw it, and I really got a kick out of Black Lightning. Black Lightning is seriously the last show that because like I said, I didn't really, I sort of doubted, but that's my last time ever doubting a CW DC show. So I'm actually looking forward for Batwoman. So anyway, Black Lightning. Cress Williams, I think, is really great at playing the role of Black Lightning, aka Jeffrey Pierce. Crondon is probably Tobias. I think is the best villain out of the CW superhero shows. I think Tobias is an awesome villain, and the actor who plays him, Crondon, who I believe is like a rapper or something. He's great as that role. And Nefessa Williams and China and McClane, they play Black Lightning's daughters. They're both really great on this. James Remar is great. You got Christine Adams, who plays Jeffrey's wife. Now, they all end up becoming pretty much a whole family of Black Lightnings, really, if you want to look at it that way. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much like the closest thing we're ever going to get to a Static Shock TV live action show. I still want to see a Static Shock show, but Black Lightning is the closest we're going to get to that. And of course, season 3, returns it returns on Monday, so cannot wait for season 3. All right, coming in at number 9 might be a bit an unpopular one. Because lots of people, even people who love the CW DC show, will say this is the worst out of the bunch. But my number 9, I quite enjoy it, and that is Supergirl. I mean, I think Melissa Benoist is perfect as Supergirl. And, of course, you had John Cryer as Lex Luthor's terrific. Maquette Brooks as Jimmy Olsen. Calista Flockhart was on this. The one who plays Lena Luthor, Katie McGrath is great. The one who plays Carl's sister is really great. And also you got you also got Tyler Oakland as Superman, which lots of people will say that Supergirl kind of really botched Superman. I mean, making Superman side piece, which I like Supergirl, but I will kind of agree with that statement that they do kind of take a job at Superman. I mean, yeah, I still think that, I kind of agree with what people are saying that that Superman's just there to make Supergirl look good. I mean, yeah, but I'm really looking forward to see Superman back in the Crisis on Infinite Earth crossover, by the way. But anyway, yeah, I still, despite the whole Superman debacle stuff, I still get a kick out of Supergirl. They have some pretty good episodes. They have some not so good episodes too, but I still quite. At the end of this day, I still get a kick out of the show. So, and I mean, it's also running into its I think it's 5th season or 4th. I can't remember how many seasons there is right now. But to be honest, I always lose count when it comes to seasons. But anyway, yeah, Supergirl, I really get a kick out. All right. Coming in at number 8 is another recent one, and that is Riverdale. Now, Riverdale, I think, is such a really good show. I mean, it's pretty, it's like a very darker version of the Archie comics. You got KJ Appa, who plays the role of Archie Andrews. You also got great characters like Veronica. You've got Betty's a cool character. Jughead. Got some really great characters here. And Sally, Luke Perry, who sadly tragically passed away. He was also on Riverdale, and I'm pretty and they're actually going to do like a tribute episode this season, which I cannot wait to see that tribute episode. And also, you even have Molly Ringwald on Riverdale. I mean, I really get a kick out of Riverdale. It's not really the greatest show of all time, nothing like that, but it's actually really decent, and it's very darker than you expect. I mean, this is not really your. I mean, this isn't your typical Archie thing. I mean, if you guys remember the Archie stuff back in the 80s and all that, and the comics and all, this is not that Archie. I mean, it's a really, and Riverdale, it's a really good show. I mean, if you guys still haven't seen it, I say give it a go. And all the cast members are really great in this show. I mean, you got Cole Sprouse as Jughead. Of course, you got Lily Reinhardt is great as Betty. I mean, I really like these characters here. All right, coming in at number 7 is Arrow. Now, granted, I sort of think Arrow is like sometimes Arrow could be a hit and miss show, but I really get a kick out of Arrow. I mean, Steve Amell, I think he was born to play this role. He is so darn great as Arrow, and it also has some other great characters here. You got Emily Beth Rickards as Felicity Smoke, which lots of people really trash on the Felicity character. I think the Felicity character is pretty cool. I really like the Felicity character. And also, you've got Kate Cassidy as Black Canary, David Ramsey as John Digger. You got Colton Haynes as Roy Harper. And by the way, it was just announced that Roy Harper is going to be in the final season of Arrow. And Arrow is coming into its 8th and final season this year, which had a pretty good run. I mean, not every show is gonna not every show could last as long as Walking Dead could. But yeah, Arrow, it's a really cool. It probably out of all the CW shows, I think Arrow has some of the best fight scenes I've seen on out of all the CW DC shows. I really love the fight choreography stuff. All the characters are on point. I mean, I just really quite like Arrow, and really look forward to see how they're going to end it. All right, coming in at number 6 is Legends of Tomorrow. Now, this is another show that really didn't look all that appealing to me, but then I saw it, and I really got a kick out of it. There are literally times where I even think Legends of Tomorrow is probably. At times, sometimes could be my favorite CW DC show. I mean, it is of course a time travel show, like a superhero time travel show, and they go through some interesting times. I really it's. I guess you could say it's like Doctor Who of comic books in a way. That's why I always get and the time travel stuff is off the chain. I think it's probably my favorite time travel show on TV, actually. I mean, Doctor Who, I'm not really that big of a Doctor Who guy. Timeless was good and all. But I think Legends of is the best time travel show. I mean, they travel to, whether it's the 80s, they travel to the 19th century. They travel to some interesting times. And I guess you could say, at times it could be a history picture. I still think that CW should have actually picked up Timeless instead. So we could maybe see a Timeless and Legends Tomorrow crossover. I would love to have seen that. But anyway, yeah, Legends Tomorrow, I cannot wait to see the return of it. I mean, I think it's returning for its, I think, 5th season, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it 4th? I can't remember how many seasons. But, yeah, Legends Tomorrow actually returns in January. So, cannot wait to see the return of Legends. And, also, not, real quick, the dude from Prison Break, Dominic Purcell, he plays the role of Heatwave. he is my favorite character. Like, if maybe I'll do my top 10 favorite characters out of the CW DC shows, and I'm not kidding. Heatwave will probably be in that list. I love the Heatwave character. I mean, he literally reminds me like a DC version of Drax the Destroyer. Like, I don't know why, just his humor reminds me of Drax at times. But he doesn't destroy stuff as Drax the Destroyer does. But yeah, I will literally. I'm not gonna lie. I would literally love to see a Legends and Guardians of the Galaxy crossover, just so I could see Heatwave and Drax the Destroyer interact together. That would be cool to watch. But anyway, coming in at number 5 is Reba, which I always keep forgetting this was a CW show. But back then it was called the WB when the show premiered. I really love Reba. You know, it is a sitcom that stars Reba McEntire, who pretty much like plays a version of herself, and she plays a character named Reba Hart, and she has a ex-husband named Brock, and she also is like dealing with their children and all, and as well as she's also technically she's also a mother-in-law as well, because her oldest daughter ends up marrying this. Pretty much, it's like with this guy named Jake. Who, by the way, Jake is played by Steve Howie. If you guys don't know who Steve Howie is, he plays Kev on Shameless. And not to mention, for all you Shameless fans, before Kev and V appeared on Shameless, V was also in on Reba. Like, I can't remember the actual episode, but there was literally an episode where Steve Howie and the girl who played Shanoa Hampton, both appeared on the show together. Now, I gotta rewatch the episode so I can make a Shameless joke. But yeah, I gotta say, I'd be down to see a revival of Reba. I mean, it'll be cool seeing Reba McEntire back, and I mean, I don't know if Steve Howie will return because Shameless is still going around, so I don't know if he'll have time to return. But I'll love to see a revival of Reba. Anyway. Alright, coming in at number 4 is going to be Seventh Heaven. Now, Seventh Heaven has been in the news like in recent years. Seventh Heaven has been in the news for not so good reasons. Because the one who plays the priest's dad, Stephen Collins, he's pretty much a sicko. Yeah. I'm not going to show any details, but if you guys know about the whole Stephen Collins situation, you guys know what I'm talking about. I mean, Stephen Collins, yeah, that's one sick guy. I mean, it's a shame too, because he played a well-loving dad on Seventh Heaven, but behind closed doors, he played a different role, so, yeah. And the show was also created by Beverly Hills 90210 and Charlie's Angels creator, Aaron Spelling. It was a really cool family drama. Besides Collins, you also had Beverly Mitchell. You had Jessica Biel, Catherine Hicks from Child's Play fame, Ashley Simpson. Speaking of Superman, Tyler Oakland was in this. Barry Watson. I really like Seventh Heaven. I didn't really like. I don't think it's one of the greatest shows of all time. Lots of people probably add it in their favorite shows. And I was a little late to the party with Seventh Heaven. I didn't really start watching until around more reruns got premiered, and I was like, yeah, this is a really good show. And I really always quite liked the characters involved. The dysfunctional family aspect was pretty cool. Despite him being a sicko, Stephen Collins was also still pretty good. Yeah, I really got a kick out of Seventh Heaven, and I'll be down to see a revival. Like, I know one of the cast members, like recent, I think it was Beverly Mitchell, or probably was one of the other cast members, said that they were actually open to do a Seventh Heaven revival, but yeah, probably without Stephen Collins, obviously. But anyway, all right, coming in at number 3 is going to be One Tree Hill. Now, this is another show I was a little late to the party with. I didn't really start watching One Tree Hill until reruns, and I really got kicked out of One Tree Hill. this show premiered around when I was a teen, and I kind of sort of relate to some of these characters in it, and I really quite like the characters here. You had Chad Michael Murray as Lucas, Sophia Bush as Brooke Davis. I mean, the relationship between Lucas and Brooke was pretty great. I mean, I really quite like their dynamic chemistry, like romantic chemistry, I should say. You had Hillary Byrne in this. Hillary Payne and Lucas was she got not Oh no, I think it's because in real life I think it was no, I think I got mixed up because in real life Sophia Bush and Chad Michael Murray ended up dating, so I think I kind of got those two mixed up there. But Hillary Byrne Payne character was dating was dating the Lucas character. It's been a while since I've seen One Tree Hill, so I mean they don't really show reruns anymore. But yeah, One Tree Hill was still pretty decent show. I mean it ran from 2003 to I believe 2012 if I'm not mistaken. Or was it 2011? Around those years. And the characters was all like they were really likable. The show was like very relatable if you were like a teen back then. And yeah, I really got a kick out of it. And they should do a revival. I'll be down to see what the characters have been like up to after all these years. It'd be cool seeing what Lucas has been up to, what Payne has been up to. I mean, are they like all married now, or do they have kids? I mean, CW, get in on that. We want a One Tree Hill revival, whether it's a CW or that Warner Bros. Streaming service. I'll be down to see a revival of One Tree Hill, but who knows? Maybe it'll happen one of these days. I mean, it's a popular show, so it could probably happen. Anyway, all right, coming in. All right, coming in at number 2 is actually my favorite of the CW shows, and that is The Flash. I mean, Grant Gustin, I think he's a great Flash. Even though Barry Allen has a habit of screwing up the timeline. I mean, I don't know why he always has to screw up that timeline for, but still, Grant Gustin is, I think he's perfect as a Flash. Ezra Miller, he was a great Flash in Justice League, but I think he still didn't beat out Ezra Miller's. He didn't beat out Grant Gustin's portrayal, because I think Grant Gustin is the best Flash we've had. And also you have other cool cast members here. You had Danielle Panbaker's on this. Carlos Veldas, Jesse L. Barnes here. Jessica Parker Kenny plays pretty much plays Barry's future daughter Nora. I mean, yeah, I really get a kick out of The Flash. Yeah. And it has some really cool episodes. Like, it has probably has some of the coolest villains. Like you have I mean, The Flash actually featured a gorilla and a shark. What more can you ask for there? And I cannot wait to see the next season. I mean, I think it's coming into its 6th season or probably 7th. I think it's 6th season. I can't remember how many seasons, but yeah, it's been off for a while. I mean, and I cannot wait to see where they're gonna take the next season to. So, all right. Now, my favorite CW show of all time is going. Before there was a CW, before there was a Arrowverse, this a superhero show that we had years ago was Smallville. I mean, granted, I was a little late with Smallville too, but I actually started watching the first season a little like later on. Then I really got kicked out with the other season. Smallville was great. I still watch some of the reruns. They showed like reruns on TNT once in a while. I still get a kick out of Smallville. It's such a really awesome show. You got Tom Welling as Clark Kent, aka Superman. You got Michael Rosenbaum as Lex Luthor. I mean, before he was in This Is Us, he played Justin Hartley was Green Arrow. Yeah, you had Erica Durant as Lois Lane. I mean, not to mention Tom Welling and Erica Durant are returning for that Crisis on Infinite Earth thing. which made me even more excited for that crossover event. And funny enough is, you also had Annette O'Toole playing Clark Kent's mother in this. You know why I found that to be pretty funny? Because I just saw Joker this past week, and Annette O'Toole ended up playing the mother of Joker. So, like, before she became the mother of the Joker, she was, like, kind of funny that she was the mother of Clark Kent, and now she's the mother of Joker. I just kind of find that pretty funny. And they even had Dukes of Hazzard's dude, John Schneider was also on this. I really got kicked out of Smallville, and I think the show was really cool. I mean, it was a bit of ahead of its time, to be honest. Yeah, I think if the show premiered around now, it probably would have been even more popular because of the CW superhero shows. But yeah, Smallville is definitely hands up CW's best show there is. So yeah, and maybe if if Clark Kent's like with Tom Welling and Erica Durant appearing in Crisis on Infinite Earth, who knows? Maybe if that is a hit with fans and lots of people like, maybe CW could possibly, I don't know, revive Smallville. That would be cool. I mean, I love to see Smallville back on TV. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. 10, Black Lightning. 9, Supergirl. 8, Riverdale. 7, Arrow. 6, Legends of Tomorrow. 5, Reba. 4, 7th Heaven. 3, One Tree Hill. 2, The Flash. 1, Smallville. Now, there's those other ones I probably could have added. I quite like Gossip Girl. I don't care what anyone says. Sue me. Gossip Girl was kind of pretty decent. I'm not really that big with the 100. I tried watching the 100. I got bored by it. Lots of people will probably look at the video and be like, where's Supernatural? I like Supernatural, but I'm not really the world's biggest Supernatural guy, to be honest yet. It's a decent show. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate the show or anything. But I'm just not really the world's biggest Supernatural guy, so... there's also that All American show, which I still haven't seen. Oh yeah, there was a Batman show, which was the animated one. That was pretty good. There was the Carrie Diaries. I quite got kicked out of the Carrie Diaries. Let's see. There was Hellcat, which wasn't all that great. 90210. Speaking of Aaron Spelling. Jerry Springer show was on the CW. Let's see. There was Starcross. What else? Tom and Jerry Tales. Wow, nice. There was Melrose Place. I'm quite looking forward for Nancy Drew, by the way. Nancy Drew kind of looks really good. Remember Lunatics Unleashed? That was on CW. That was kind of good. Lunatics Unleashed, which was like Daffy Duck in them as superheroes. I quite got kicked out of that. Let's see. Not really into Vampire Diaries Legacies or originals. Sorry for you Vampire Diaries fans. I'm not a Diary or whatever the Vampire Diary fan base I call it. There's been some pretty good one. Oh, Everybody Hates Chris was on the CW. Wow, I forgot about that. I always thought that was like on ABC or something, but yeah, that was on the CW. Wow, totally forgot about that. Dinosaur King. I mean, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. There were some pretty good shows on the CW, whether it's past or present. So, hey, anyway, let me leave it to you guys. What are some of your favorite CW shows? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Team Movies signing off.